Hey guys, welcome back. I picked a heck of a day to start trading crypto and quite the platform to use it on. If you watched earlier video though, you saw Robinhood wasn't allowing people to buy or sell. On my account at least, it looks like it's back to normal. It doesn't say it's limited. Volume has really decreased on Dogecoin according to, what is this, Binance. So here's the volume down here. Let me know in the comments what platform you guys use to trade crypto, and if you were able to buy and sell this morning. I'd be very curious because I heard other brokerages were going down, and yeah, I just want to know if this was with all brokerages or just more Robinhood shenanigans. Between 9:30 and 10:30, if you could buy or sell Dogecoin on your brokerage, let me know in the comments, because I do want to be trading crypto now, and I don't want to be using Robinhood for that. So yeah, so what happened earlier, I'll just show you. It actually went through. So the order that I placed actually went through. I was really upset though, because it said it wasn't going through. It said nothing's happened, and then 20 minutes later it showed up, and basically it went through about the time when I submitted the market order to sell. However, it didn't show up till later. So this is what happened. This morning I bought, I'm gonna go over kind of my strategy to it, day trading this or whatever. But this morning I bought it, and then this was the sell that did go through right away. 9:59. See, I don't know when I exactly submitted it, but once this did go through and I looked back, it said like 30 minutes or something. So I think it was about the right time, because that seemed about right. And then yeah, you can see these if you watch that video. Then I did all these little test ones and nothing was happening. So this was $5, $5, $5. And it wasn't showing any of these, and then all these populated basically 30 minutes later. So that's what we have here. And then later in the day, just a couple hours ago, 3 hours ago, it was still saying restrictive, but I put a buy and order in, and it worked. It actually showed up right away. And then same with the sell order. So kind of, at least just right now, my plan with it, I wasn't planning on trading crypto on this account, but this is the only brokerage I have that can trade Doge. I've got Webull, TD Ameritrade, E-Trade, and Coinbase. And yeah, but basically let me just show you guys kind of how I day traded Dogecoin today, and kind of how I'll continue to trade it. I actually put in some marks. So it looked like it had a huge run up yesterday from, I don't know, Elon Musk tweet, Webull starting to show the charts on it. I don't know what exactly was the catalyst. Not a huge deal to me what the catalyst was, as long as there was a catalyst. Huge run up yesterday, and then some people were saying actually you couldn't even buy it sometime during this run up or sell it. Yeah, let me know in the comments what brokerage that was, if that was just Robinhood or not. But then yeah, I saw this morning. The big looked like a big bull cup basically, and then a little handle here. I kind of started watching it around here, and I was waiting for it to break new highs. It didn't break a new high, and I was like, that's okay. Maybe it's just a bull cup, which it kind of looked like, and then just a little handle. So at that point, I kind of just bought in. It was the morning. I was like, I just want to get a piece of this. Maybe a little bit of a FOMO buy-in. If I didn't buy in there, though, I would have bought in up here once it broke that new high. So I got in right here kind of as it was bouncing on the moving average. So it was on a 5-minute chart. The 9 moving average was above the 180 moving average. At this point, the RSI was still pretty good. I bought in somewhere around here. Maybe it was up here more actually. But yeah, if I was more strict on it, I would have bought here after it broke that resistance it had up there. But I bought in here, ran this up to here. Just bought $100 or $1,000 worth, however many shares that is, I don't know. 32.50. That was at 0.307. You can see kind of, I put these rectangles in, so these aren't marked from them. 0.30, so right about here. This is Webull, by the way. And they're showing Dogecoin on the charts, but you can't trade it yet, but I think it's coming. So I bought in right here, just on the, so I was looking on the 5-minute and 10-minute chart. I liked how clean it was on the 5-minute. Even the 10-minute was even cleaner, just with the moving averages and stuff. So I was kind of going back and forth between the two. And on the 10-minute, this was pretty easy to hold through this. Didn't really have any drops below that. 5-minute, pretty easy also. So held it through this right here. Yeah, you just got to hold it. This is kind of a bull flag consolidation type thing. This big run up, and then I tried to sell it. This is about where I was trying to sell it. Again, I was just day trading, scalping, whatever you want to call it. And it didn't really go through. And then I just decided to wait and see what was happening. That's actually when I started making the video. On the 10-minute chart, see, it hadn't crossed over the 9 moving average, and the MACD hadn't crossed over. So at this point, I was kind of looking at the 5. But basically, I end up getting it sold right around here. And that was just when the MACD was crossing, and just kind of when this red candle was below. But I didn't sell it down here. I saw this huge candle down here, and I waited because I assumed it was coming. This was just to trigger stop limit orders or whatever, sell limits and all that shenanigan stuff. So I waited, and I sold it about here. We can look on the, yeah, I sold it at 0.408, which was like somewhere right around here. So it actually did execute about the time that I submitted it. It just didn't show it up on Robinhood. So 20 minutes later, after here, I saw that it sold it back here, and I was like, okay, good. And then what I did was I bought $1,000 worth, and then I just sold $1,000 worth. I'm not even looking at shares. So I still had a running amount of shares in my account because I bought 32.50 here, and I only sold 24.57 here. It was the same amount. So basically those shares then were free. And then I even made a little bit because I did all these little test orders. So that was 15 bucks. Ended up with 2,500, or no, ended up with, I don't know how many shares at that point, but sold it here, waited for a run up. This was kind of a little weak on the 5-minute, but I was like, yeah, I'll give it a go. So I bought in there on the 10-minute. It hadn't really crossed over the 9 moving average very well there, and the MACD wasn't good. So it wasn't a great setup, honestly, on this one. And the MACD hadn't crossed there. I was just, yeah, a little impatient. So got in here, kind of just a false breakout, came back down. Once this 9 crossed over, or the red candle crossed over the 9 moving average on the downside, I sold it back out. Kind of even, I think, in there. The sell. Came down a little bit on that one. Was this it? Dang, this isn't even showing all of them. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, because this is a buy. Okay. Wait, buy 12? Weird. Okay, I'm not too sure, but I think this is where I bought and sold. Okay, so yeah, I sold it here because it's kind of a false breakout, and then waited. I didn't buy on dips. How everyone says, I'll buy the dip, because if you're looking at the chart like this, here's the dip and you bought it. Oh, but it kept going. Oh, here's a dip. This is definitely a dip. Buy more there, average down. Oh, buy more there, average down. If you're holding this long term, just trying to get a better average, great. Buy all the dips you want. I'm just trying to trade it, so I'm not buying dips. I'm buying momentum and just swinging on the momentum. Even on this dip, you wouldn't know if it would keep going or not. It did actually bounce off of that, which is kind of off the moving average. I didn't buy here, though, again, because I'm waiting for the momentum to totally change. MACD is a good indicator of that. And so I bought around here. Maybe a little late on the 5-minute chart. On the 10-minute chart, though, yeah, I bought like right here. Kind of didn't like the setup too much. On the 10-minute, the MACD hadn't crossed over. On the 5-minute, it wasn't a great setup. So yeah, once it came back down here, I was like, kind of another false breakout. And I was kind of seeing these highs, and I was thinking this is probably another high at this point when it was right here. So I was like, this is a high, there's a lower high, this is a lower low. So I'm like, this is probably the next lower high. So I was like, let me get out of this and wait for a better setup, more conviction on. So got out there, and now it's trending down. So far, I feel like I played it right. Kind of waiting for a higher conviction setup. I feel like it really needs to break this resistance right here, about 380 for me to buy in. I might buy in towards the bottom once it sets up like this. However, if it gets close to 380 and starts wavering and then starts to come down, I'll probably sell it, because until it breaks that resistance, it's probably going to come back down. So we'll see. Kind of waiting for a better setup on it at this point. Keep trading it. One of the reasons I didn't get into crypto for trading is just because it never ends. And I liked the idea of the market closing and me being able to just not worry about it and shut off. However, investing in crypto, I'm down. I'm waiting for a good entry price for me to get into. So far, I want to get into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I actually have XLM. But yeah, I'm waiting for a correction on those. And I'm looking for a brokerage. I don't know if I should use Binance, or people said there are all sorts of different ones. There's so many out there. I'm gonna research and figure out which ones I think are the best from my research based on transaction cost and how reliable they are and so forth, and what you can trade with. Because like this looks really good for me for charts. It looks like you can buy Doge on here too, so this might be the one I go with. I don't know what their fees are. I know on Coinbase it's really expensive. When I bought like $1,000 worth of XLM, it was really expensive, the transaction fee. So for trading on that, I'm not sure. So need to find a good one that's I can do a lot of trades on. But yeah, so basically what happens here now, I've got all my investment back out. I believe it's a little weird though that there's a buy, sell, 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 buy, sell. Yeah, it doesn't show up quite right on this chart. This chart now looks like so crazy. This is supposed to be my long term where it's really smooth. I had crypto into it and it just spazzes out. And now it's all like squares and not smooth. But so basically these shares now of Doge are free, and I maybe even made a little bit, but that's kind of, I don't really have a big strategy for it right now, but that's kind of what I think I'm going to be doing, is just probably day trading, scalping it, whatever, and then just taking my initial investment back out every time. So what I'm doing is just building up free shares, if you understand what I mean. So next time I see a setup, I want to get a different brokerage to do it, but basically I'll just buy $1,000 worth, find my exit. So if it's here, and then find my exit, and then once it's up there, I'll sell $1,000 worth, and that'll be fewer shares than when I bought. If that makes sense. But I'll still get all my money back. So I'm just accumulating kind of a little position, a little free position in Doge. This isn't maybe the way you want to do it or the right way to do it, but this is kind of the way I'm going to do it for now. I could sell off all of it and just lock in my profits. I feel like this kind of has, it might have enough steam to keep going. However, if you look on the hourly, yeah, this red candle under the 9 moving average, not great. MACD is about to cross over. RSI is high, but it could kind of keep going. This could be a bit of a bull flag. But for me at this point, I don't have exposure that actually costs me any money. So this is, if you have a bunch of gains from Doge, if you had it at 5 cents, 4 cents, 12 cents, whatever, I'd lock in some profits. At least get your money out that you initially invested, even if you think it's going to go to $100 a share or whatever. There's no reason to, if you're up 100 or 500 or 1,000 or 10,000%, no reason you should have your initial investment in there. Because this point doesn't matter too much, because you're already up so much. But yeah, can't remember what else I wanted to mention, but this is my first day trading crypto, and I can see how I could easily become a crackhead at this. Just trading it, and just turning into a Ross Cameron and just trading it like crazy. But that's all I got for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for new subs. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. Follow us on Twitter at HappyMoneyYT. Yeah, here's the screenshot from earlier. This is what it was showing when I tried to sell it. There's nice dividends. That's what's up. That's the happy money I'm talking about. Yeah, so there it is, unconfirmed. And this was at, oh, you can even, is there time? No time. But so it was like this for 20 minutes. And then it just showed up and said, oh, yeah, by the way, it actually did sell 30 minutes ago for what you were trying to sell it for. So let me know what cryptos you guys trade and what platforms, and I'll probably start trading these too. Okay, guys, we'll see you. I'm going to do a recap video of our stock trading at the end of the day and catch up on GME. Okay, peace out.